Welcome. How to build a high heel chair. Fantastically fluffy and kitschy, the high heel chair is the perfect addition to any fashionista's boudoir. This contemporary chair design is perfect for sitting in while strapping on your newest Jimmy Choos and reclining in while watching your best friend model Friday night out outfits for your approval. With minimal carpentry skill and a little DIY spunk, this chair can be easily built in a weekend. Instructions. Things you'll need. Round wood planter tub, 28 inches. Plywood plank, 44 by 22 inches. Plywood square, 22 by 22 inches. Wood pole, 44 by 12 inches. Nail gun. Nails, 2 inch. Staple gun. Large staples. Black rubber mat, large. Utility scissors. Butcher paper. Cotton quilt batting, 4 rolls. Cotton fleece material, 6 yards. Matching or coordinated piping cord. Hot glue gun. Miter saw. Circular table saw. Build the chair frame. 1. Flip the wooden planter over, this is going to make the seat of the chair. Measure a line that is reclining back 45 degrees and draw the line onto the planter on both sides. The objective is to cut the planter so that the 44 by 22 inch plank of plywood will butt up tightly underneath the planter, forming the backrest. 2. Cut the angle into the planter with the miter box saw. Try fitting the plywood plank snug against the angle. If it doesn't fit quite right, measure and adjust as needed. 3. Turn the planter on its side. Put the plywood into place and nail it onto the planter using the nail gun. Use equal amounts of nails, 5 or 6, up either side to ensure that the back is securely attached to the seat. 4. Flip the chair back over, as if you were going to sit on it. It will now look like the foot part of a high heel shoe, minus the heel. Next, you need to cut the 22 by 22 inch square of plywood. One side will be rounded to make the back of the heel. The other side will be angled with the miter box saw to fit against the 44 by 22 inch plywood chair back. 5. Cut the angle first using the miter box saw. This is the trickiest part to get right, and it is advisable to measure twice and cut once, making small adjustments if needed once you've cut the initial angle. Next, draw a U shape onto the other outside edge of the wood and use the circular saw to round the back edge of the plywood to look like the heel of a shoe. 6. Attach the piece you created in step 5 to the chair back using the nail gun. Next, place the 44 by 12 inch pole under the heel of the shoe and nail it into place using the nail gun. This completes the high heel shoe chair frame. Upholster the chair. 1. Roll out the butcher paper onto a flat floor surface. Make a pattern of the bottom of the shoe on the paper, both the main portion of the shoe and the spike of the heel. This will be used to make the cushion piece for the seat of the chair and the sole of the high heel shoe chair. Cut the pattern pieces out and set them aside. 2. Pad the spike and back of the heel. Wrap cotton quilt batting around the spike of the heel and secure it onto the heel spike and chair back, the backside, facing the sole of the shoe, using the staple gun. 1 or 2 complete wraps is sufficient for the heel spike. Use more on the chair back, as you want it to be a plush backrest. 3. Wrap cotton quilt batting around the front of the planter chair to where it connects with the backrest. Tuck the edges under the bottom of the planter and staple into place. Also staple at the back of the shoe and the top of the seat. 4. Trace the seat pattern onto the quilting and cut out 5 or 6 layers of the batting for the seat. Place it onto the seat and staple around the outside. 5. Trace the seat pattern onto the backside of your fleece. Then add 28 inches to the radius of that circle and make a larger circle around it. Cut the fabric out and place it onto the seat. Tuck the bottom edges into the planter seat and staple into place. Cut the back edge to fit the seam where the backrest meets the seat and tuck the edges under, securing it in place with hot glue. 6. Measure and cut fleece fabric to fit the back and heel of the chair. Wrap it around the batting and make a seam along the back side of the back and heel. Staple the material into place. 7. Trace the heel and seat pattern onto the rubber matting. This will make the sole of the chair. Cut the matting out and secure it to the bottom of the seat and heel spike by nailing around the perimeter of the chair with the nail gun. 8. Embellish the high heel chair with piping. This serves the dual purpose of hiding the seams in the fabric of the chair. Hot glue piping around the top and bottom of the seat, the bottom of the heel spike and anywhere else a festive touch is needed. Tips and warnings. Buy a wooden planter tub that isn't held together with metal bands, as it will make it difficult to cut. You will wrap the chair in batting and material much like a shoemaker would wrap leather around the frame of a high heel shoe. It may be helpful to look at a pair of high heels to see where the leather seams are. Resources. Read this article in Spanish. Read this article in UK English. Like cool, high heel chair. Thanks for watching.